There's a worker today who's being hailed a hero in New Hampshire because a woman accidentally threw her wedding ring into the trash. This happens all the time where somebody loses a wedding ring down a pipe or in a sink, or she threw it in the trash. Didn't realize it until the trash was already at the dump. Remember that woman recently who came forward who lost? She was the biggest lottery loser of all time. She lost $10 million because she threw the ticket in the trash, and her neighbor was nice enough to haul the trash to the curb for her. So it got to the dump before she got home and realized, oh, my God. And it was the one time in history the neighbor had ever been nice enough to take her trash down for her. And she said, you just cost me $10 million. You know what she said, though? She said it was meant to be and that her life had been perfect even without that $10 million.
Stupid.
To which Biggie said, and I remember this vividly, he said he would walk directly into the ocean and never turn around.
Never come back.
Never come back.
If I lost $10 million,
As soon as that happened, that's right.
I would, yeah.
Yeah, that would be it. Well, this woman was lucky enough to get her ring back on Friday. Apparently, this is the third ring that the New Hampshire dump has found in the last 2 years. They say this one missed going into the incinerator by about 15 minutes. And somebody, the worker, we have them talking about it, they saw something shiny.
I know this seems to be continuously happening, so it is getting a little crazy. So I knew where the first scoop went. I knew exactly where on the floor it was. I don't know, it's a lot of stuff to go through. It's like trying to find in a pile of leaves one specific leaf. I mean, because everything looks the same. I grabbed the ring, brought it up, cleaned it off for her, called her up. She was heartbroken on Wednesday, more than ecstatic on Friday. Had they been 15 minutes earlier, it would have already gone to the incinerator.
That's it. So she just barely got her ring back. So he had to go dig through. She said, here's where my garbage was picked up, and he knew what area of the dump it would be in.
He's got knowledge.
That's good on him, because that made her come out and
go through the
garbage.
garbage.
It's like, I'm not looking through this garbage for you.
He works in garbage.
That's his thing.
It's his art.
But still, I mean, get her to come do it. Absolutely not.
It's the canvas on which he works.
He knows the layout.
Yeah,
exactly. He knows what
that's his life.
I'll bet you. I hear what you're saying, but I'll bet you a regular civilian can't go knee deep in the garbage like that.
No.
Do you think like a liability thing? What if she gets hurt?
Possibly, but even so, I'm like, that's not my fault. Sorry, dear. But
I didn't know they still burn trash. I thought it just went on a big heat pile and just kind of went into the ground, like Mount Trash out
As
here.
God intended, Mount Garbage.
Yeah,
yeah.
With the big Caterpillar tractors rolling across the top of it.
Don't we just send it to the Pacific? I mean, isn't there a?
Sure, Biggie wants to go.
I mean, Biggie says he wants to live on that garbage island out in the Pacific.
Yeah, I've said that. Yeah,
that's
everyone's all upset about this garbage island. I think we can colonize it.
Put prisoners out there.
If it's there,
right?
It seems to be sturdy.
I mean, it's not going anywhere. It won't float anywhere. Apparently, there's no tides. And there's a garbage island, twice the size of Texas, out in the middle of the Pacific.
They say.
He's the only one celebrating this. Everyone else is like, we got to get rid of it. Because why?
Put criminals out there.
Live on it. Put a big prison out there and let criminals live on the garbage. Isn't that the only way to go?
Yeah, you don't need any guards.
No.
Sharks are guards. We got some blue tips and some great whites out there.
It's like Alcatraz to the nth degree, isn't
That's
it?
right.
I mean,
now you're going to get rained on.
Protected himself. And that's fine. Then you get that hot garbage, that wet garbage smell. Oh,
ooh, yeah.
Is that the worst?
In the Pacific?
God.
In the summer?
Do you think that really stinks? I bet it does. When it gets 100 degrees in the Pacific
yes.
and it's been rained on or whatever, I contend that there's nothing worse than a hot garbage smell. Like sometimes at the beach, I'll do a walk in the morning or something.
It's
and
bad.
You go by hot garbage that's 100 degrees the day before. That is a terror.
There's a few things that smell worse, but
it's close.
That's up there.
It's probably top three.
Yeah, coming out the back of a garbage truck.
Oh God.
And that garbage truck's leaking something.
Yeah. That garbage water or the whatever it is. Juice. And it stinks in the summer so bad when it's hot. And that's about as bad as it gets. So I see what you're saying about make her do it.
Yeah,
instead
absolutely.
of him going out there and do it. Lee, you're talking about losing a ring now. Go ahead.
Yeah, my daughter got engaged a few years ago, a couple weeks or months or so after she got home one night, realized that she had lost her ring. She couldn't find her engagement ring. She works in the medical field. She calls back down to the office. The cleaning crew's already cleaned. They said, hey, we'll leave the bags for you, if you want to come look for it. She and her fiancé go back down, spend a couple hours looking for it, never find it. She's devastated. He's upset. She gets back home. she found it. It had fallen down into the cuff of her scrub pants.
Oh, my
Lucky.
God. How lucky is that? Wow.
After going through all that medical waste.
That's a break. But, well, at least you found it, though.
Yeah.
And they're still happily married?
Exactly.
Well,
They are still happily married, trying for a baby.
Oh, wonderful.
Awesome.
Oh,
Well,
good.
congratulations and good luck.
Yeah. At least it didn't fall into Mr. Jenkins.
I was thinking it was going to go there. It fell into somebody during surgery.
Jenkins has an infection in 2A. I can't figure out what it is.
Something down here.
2 weeks later, he's like, I don't feel right.
He's confounded all of medical science. We don't know what's going on. It took a turn for the worse.
I don't want to accuse the doctor of anything, but something feels hard and round right here.
Something in his abdomen.
It's imaginary. You're just imagining. It's a phantom pain. It's not real. It couldn't be. Oh, man. You got to keep that off. Patty, you're talking about digging through garbage. Go ahead.
Yes, back in the early 90s, newly married, high school graduated, we received a $1,000 refund check for our IRS taxes. And we had taken our trash to the dump. And I had mistakenly thrown it away, so I got to go to the local dump, identify my bag of trash with my husband at the time. But what was so funny is as my husband jumps in and he's having to go through our bag of trash and other bags of trash, as he's opening it, he says, "Who had Girl Scout cookies?" once he found ours, because I had bought Girl Scout cookies and ate all of them and didn't share them. So not only did I get in trouble
You really got busted.
for the tax refund,
Yeah.
I ate all the Girl Scout cookies.
You ate all the Girl Scout cookies. You threw away the IRS check. Good Lord.
Yes.
Did you find the money? You did. You did find it.
Yes.
Thank
Found
goodness.
$1,000, yes.
Well, I'd go through it. Well, okay, thank you very much, Patty. Now, how much money, if you lose it, what's the point where you don't go digging through the garbage? Like at the dump?
I wouldn't do it for $1,000. No,
You wouldn't do it for that?
absolutely not.
I
It
would.
was if it was like 10 or 5 or more, I'd go do it.
So if you lost $4,000, you wouldn't go to the dump?
Probably not.
Oh,
no.
my God.
No.
I'm a man
I
who's...
would feel like it was just lost forever. Yeah, no.
Oh, I'd go after that. I think 200. I think I'd go after 200. Yes.
$200?
Yeah, absolutely. I would go after that.
Even
money.
if they could replace the check, you wouldn't go
Well, now that's
try and get
different.
it replaced first.
No, that's
before
different.
I went digging.
Agreed. But let's just say it's $200 cash. Cash. I would go for 200 or more. What would you do, Dave, to dig through the garbage?
I don't know, man. That's pretty steep, pretty deep. I'd say I'd probably 500.
Yeah, 200 to 4,000, 5,000.
yeah, I
that's
really
a
wouldn't
lot.
do that.
1,000, I think, probably for sure.
Well, now I recently got scammed out of $4,000.
Fair
and
enough, yeah.
that stings. That
I don't even have $4,000, and I wouldn't go digging for it.
Here I got scammed out. Of it.
To put on the ground. There we go.
I just got this. Jaquantavius took my $4,000.
And you know what? It's all gone
It's
now.
all gone. It
And
is.
so's the pine straw.
Oh yes, it's long gone. Caleb, you're talking about digging through garbage for something. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good morning, gentlemen. How are y'all?
Doing very well, thank you.
So when I was 15 years old, I went out to eat with my family, and at the time, I had a retainer with false teeth in it.
Yes.
So what I would do when I'd eat is I'd take it out and I'd put it in a napkin.
Mm-hmm.
That way it wouldn't get dirty, you know?
Mhm.
So I went to the bathroom when we were done eating, and my mom collected all the trash off the table and went and threw it away. And I did not realize I was sitting there looking for my retainer for like 5 minutes, and I was like, whatever, I probably left it in the car.
Yep.
And then on the drive home, we were talking about it, and I was like, hey, Mom, did you throw away that napkin? I was like, yeah. I was like, Mom, that had my retainer in it. So she goes up there the next day and is digging through their dumpster looking for my retainer.
Oh God.
Couldn't find it. And then one of the employees was bringing the trash out and was like, what are you doing, woman?
Yeah, I bet.
So sitting there having to explain to this employee that she threw away my retainer. He's like, the trash from yesterday's right here. It hasn't even made it outside yet.
Wow. And did she find your retainer?
She did, after she dumped all the trash out and
Oh
went
my
through all
God.
of the napkins.
You got a good mother there.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
didn't
for
make you
sure.
do it. But of course, she did it herself, though. She was the one that threw it away. I had almost the exact same thing happen. I left my retainer on the table at Sir Pizza.
That happens 100 times
All
a
the
day.
times. All the time. Thank you very much, Caleb. I went back through and dug through their trash. And I knew my friend Brian Thomas and I drove our bikes, our 10 speeds, over to Sir Pizza. What a day.
Yeah, great day.
Loved it. But we were 15 minutes gone from it. And I was like, oh my God, I left my retainer on the table. We went all the way back. I dug through their trash. I I found it.
You
Same
had to
thing.
because you had the wrath of Dad.
Oh my God, my father would have jerked every tooth out of my head.
You know how much that costs,
He
boy.
would have been. He would have.
I like the restaurant though he was talking about that doesn't take their trash out till the next
next
day.
24 hours.
Yeah, right?
Worked in a restaurant. Usually
It's
that's
the same day.
That's the thing you do
That's
at
a
the
daily
end of the
thing.
night.
A couple of times.
Yeah, she gets ripe.
Agreed. That's a good point. Very good point. Garrett, you're talking about throwing stuff out now. One woman threw out her ring. Go ahead.
Yeah, so a few years ago, whenever the government was sending out COVID checks for children,
Mm-hmm.
the reimbursement for $500 here or there.
Yep.
So we were getting them in the mail. My wife's like, "Hey, we got a check from the government for $500," and I was like, "Oh no, that's a scam. That's got to be a scam."
Right.
So of course, here I am throwing away. I threw away probably 3 of those checks. Never got them back.
God, and you never got them back.
Wow.
Oh man, that's terrible. You know, they did that one time. We had a surplus in the government. And that's a long time ago, in the early 2000s. And George W. Bush would send everybody a check for $300 or $600, depending on how many people in your family.
Right.
And I heard a lot of people threw those away, thinking, of course, it's a scam. Thanks, Garrett. Wow, I hate that happened to you, though. That's terrible. Because, of course, if you get money in the mail, what
From
do you
the government?
Exactly.
Oh, you immediately
Yeah.
think, oh, this is wrong. You know, you have to have heard about it.
Yeah, you go check the mail every day. There's
Oh,
usually
come
a
on.
check in there from
From
somebody.
If you think it's ridiculous. Hank, one more call about throwing stuff out. Go ahead.
Good morning, guys. Love you guys always.
Well, thank you.
The worst, yes, sir. The worst I ever had. I was fighting with my girlfriend, and I threw away my only key to my Porsche 911 Carrera.
Oh God!
And I had thrown the trash bag in one of those compression dumpsters, so I couldn't jump in after it. Cost me $575 for a key.
Yep.
I got the key and it didn't freaking work. I had to go to Italian Cars for Italiano, Foreign Cars Italiano.
Oh, yeah.
It was another $375 to program the key.
That's a $900 mistake throwing
Wow.
your key away because you're fighting with your girlfriend. Did you marry her?
Yeah. No, I was 46. She was 21. It was meant to fall apart.
Cheers, my
And
brother.
this is a car.
Worth it though for the
car.
Wait a minute. He's got a. Well, no wonder you got a 21.
I was great.
Yeah.